evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's Corey Grant now to return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. A first down carry for Smith. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Man open, that's Jaleel Scott. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thomas, the intended target. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Freeman. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. third down, Devontae Freeman. And he is going to get the first down, it looks like, as he's up to the 12. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. Luck on first down. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete, and he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. Going to throw again. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Jackson to throw on 3rd down. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Freeman with a fast feet. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. They'll run here with Freeman. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. He'll get it up the middle. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Elliott now to kick this one away. To return it is Corey Grant. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Jackson now, looking to throw on 2nd down. Caught right side, Tate. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Detroit! Detroit!
To throw is Jackson on 3rd down. And he fires one, but incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
The Ravens send their punter out now. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. To throw on 2nd down is Locke. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Meanwhile, on the NFL scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago, and it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And the Ravens taking the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On 2nd down, Collins found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out. From the gun, it's Jackson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now, throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Flex round! Flex round! Here we go! White 90! White 90! 57 to Mike! 57 to Mike!
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. Able to slither by. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there.
Here we go! White 90! White 90! Cut!
He'll drop to throw. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ohio! Ohio!
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. The first catch for Jeffrey. Good enough for a first down. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control. And you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
We got three, fellas, we got three. 57.
A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The target there, Mac Hollins. third down here.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Eagles on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Flex round! Flex round!
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They'll begin the drive with Collins. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Second and 9 now from the 21. On second down, Jackson. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
On third down, Jackson. Throwing the comeback route. He's got the hook up to Thomas. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And that goes as a gain of 37 on third down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to let one fly for Tate. This is caught. A gain of 39 that time.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Collins. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Raymond now on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Flex round. Flex round. Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go. They'll set up to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. The drive starts with a run by Collins. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, Jackson. And he slings one that's incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Now Now Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Scott. And they work this out past the 25. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. This quarterback now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson is going to flip one out here to his running back. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another 1st down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Jackson on 1st down. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard 1st half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. The second quarter score from Cincinnati. And it's the Browns out to the early advantage. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. To throw again is Jackson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Now let's go.
Here's Jackson operating from the gun. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Yards. Well done on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Elsewhere, second quarter in D.C. And it's the Cowboys that have moved down to an early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Here we go. What? 90. What? 90.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
They'll throw now on the final play. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to third down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Raymond now on the return. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Come on, let's go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, you were backed up into a 2nd and long, but instead of trying to get the yardage back in chunks, he's trying to get it all back at once. And this defense was just lying in wait, and they're there to pick this one off.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On 1st and goal, Collins. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Alex Collins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Touchdown.
The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2.
Check 13. Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Raymond now on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Let's go. What? 90. What?
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Eagles on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Bang, 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 bang. Here we go. Brad 38. Brad 38. He's checking credit.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Eagles on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. They'll set up a throw. And he connects with Ertz. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. C.J. Mosley in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a gain of 7, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. They begin with a run by Smith. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Jackson on 2nd down. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down and a 21-yard gain.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. Fights him off. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. From Soldier Field, meanwhile, in Chicago, a 3rd quarter score. And it's the Texans who have scored to grab the lead there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They go play action with Jackson. Looking long for Thomas. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Michael Thomas, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Raymond now on the return. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
This is Freeman. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. Take it at the 37. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Play action. It's Jackson. Being chased out left. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Detroit!
Here's a first down run with Collins. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Detroit!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run forward with Collins. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical third down conversion.
His afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On first, they go right back to Collins. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now Collins, and they'll get him down right around the 16. They only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Eagles. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. C.J. Mosley in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Here we go.
Now back to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got him in. Complete. A big play there for the Eagles on 3rd down. 52 yards. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. He'll drop to throw. His throw incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Here we go! Red 38!
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for one here. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Elliott now to kick this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35, but make it the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 40.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Now a give to Collins. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. On 2nd down, Jackson. Throw left side complete. It's Grant. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Three down!
A big play, 3rd and 2. This crowd dying for a stop. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles coming out as they get ready.
Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that is incomplete here. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Now the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And some room to run now. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on first down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Willie Henry. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Ertz over the middle. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. The Eagles on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 3.
He'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. A 20th carry now for Freeman. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Freeman, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Eagles move back within a couple of the lead.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
So a big play for the Eagles now as they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw here. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Elliott now to kick this one away. The return man is Grant. And an alley to run. There he goes left side. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Corey Grant, 92 yards. And the Ravens will extend their lead. A big-time special teams play here in the 4th quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time, that extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Let's go. What?
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll set up to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short. Back to throw here. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. C.J. Mosley in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Ravens are looking like they're going to come away with a victory. And now here come the Ravens. Getting down to the end here, they have a 2-score lead. Barely, but it's a 2-score lead, so that probably makes you as a coach feel a lot more comfortable right now, doesn't it, Charles?
It does, but it doesn't mean now you go out and run option or some kind of wild double reverse or anything like that. But you do know that if anything does go haywire, you're still in control of this game.
I want a double reverse, don't you?
I'm just waiting for that day where we actually see something like that in this situation.
We'll see what happens here. To a knee goes Flacco, and that should be it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys
I'm a little
that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Get your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Baltimore, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.